finish lines. Thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel, where I take motivational quotes. I talk about different topics in order to encourage us and to remind us of the people that we want to become, and remind us that everything is going to be all right. And as long as we continue to grow, continue to change, and continue to just enjoy our lives, then things will work out. And no matter what's going on in the world, as long as you love and love those around you, then everything you seek will come to you. And so my topic of discussion today is being resilient. Last week I talked about fear and overcoming your fears, and how along with overcoming those fears, you are presented with change and growth. And so what I'm going to be talking about is, what do you do with that change and growth? When you are faced with that change and growth, do you shy away and do you fear it? Or are you resilient and do you persist through it and continue to strive for more and for better for yourself? Because with resilience and with that courage to keep pushing, you can do anything, because there will always be chances for you to change, and there will always be chances for you to grow. So I have two amazing quotes for you guys today. I can't wait to share them with you. So yeah, let's get started. So for this first part, I'm going to be kind of talking about how fear and how overcoming your fears and how things get harder and harder, and how resilience will push you through. Because some of us, we are faced with challenges every single day. We are faced with chances for us to grow. We are faced with adversity, and we are faced with the trials and tribulations that are creating us to be the people that we are meant to become later on in the future, for this world and for the people around us. Because you have an impact on someone that you don't even know who they could be, and you could be someone one day that has influence on people. And you will be, no matter where you are in life, and no matter who you are, you will have some type of influence on somebody. And that is where resilience comes into play. Because when you get to a point where you are of influence, then you can teach them that powering through, getting through those obstacles, is what makes them better, is what made you better. Because resilience, it doesn't just come out from us out of nowhere. It is forged through trials and tribulation. It is forged through the adversities that we face throughout our lives. And the quote I have for you guys today comes from Steve Marshall. And he says, "Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient." We get stronger and more resilient. We continue to grow. We continue to shape ourselves. Iron sharpens iron. And if you are not putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, and you're not putting yourself in a position to grow and to change every single day, or every chance that you get to present yourself with those chances to change, then you will stay where you are. You will never grow, and you will become someone that you probably didn't want to become. And then later on in life, you will regret some things, and then that regret will fold over onto the people in your lives, and that resentment will eat away at your heart, and that regret will eat away at your heart. Remember that resilience, it is forged, and resilience you can acquire, but you must overcome your fears. You must find change, you must seek change, and you must water your plants. And some people say the grass is green on the other side, but the grass is greener where you water it. And watering your grass and making sure you're taking care of yourself, that will spill over into your relationships, into your friendships, and your eyes will open up to possibilities that you didn't know were there, or couldn't even imagine were there before. And remember to be grateful, and realize that everything that you are seeking is right in front of you, and God is always presenting it to you in so many ways. You just have to open your eyes and really seek out that truth, and seek out the person and the people that you want to become as you grow old, or as you get older. And remember that if you want to do something, if you want to be somewhere, you hold that power, and you alone make that choice for yourself. No one else will. Alright guys, so this next part, you might be asking yourself, well, Cameron, some of us go through things that others don't go through, and some things may be harder than what other people are going through. What I'm going through might be harder than what you're going through, or what she or what he or what they or what them is going through might be harder than what I'm going through or what you're going through. But realizing that we all have troubles. We all go through things that make us better. We all go through things that make us sad, make us depressed, make us hurt. And through that hurt and through those down parts of your life, that is where resilience comes into play. That is where the strong and the weak separate themselves. Just to give you guys more context, because the people who are strong, they've gone through it and they've chosen to push through all the bad things that have happened in their life. And the weak choose to let it hold them back, to let it keep them stagnant, to keep them where they are, and continue to make excuses as to why they can't grow or why they can't change or why they can't do what they say they want to do, because it's easier to make excuses. It's easier to complain. It's easier to keep yourself where you are instead of facing that truth or facing that growth and holding yourself accountable for what's happened in your life. Because a lot of the times, a lot of things that happen to us, although they may be external, what we choose to allow to do to our internal is what keeps us where we are. Because bad things are going to happen, and they are always going to happen. But what you choose to do with those bad things, what you choose to do with that wood that's put into your fire, you either let it dim out your fire and keep your fire where it is, or you let it build your fire and you let it push you through. That's actually something I got from my friend Alonzo, and I loved it, and hopefully he may see this or not. But yes, everything that happens to you is a wood put inside the furnace of your body, and you choose what that wood does. And this quote I have for you guys comes from Ryder Carroll, and this person says, "No matter how bleak or menacing a situation may appear, it does not entirely own us. It can't take away our freedom to respond, our power to take action." It can't. Everything that happens to you cannot take away your choice to proceed, your choice to persist. It cannot take away your freedom to respond in a positive way and to turn around that situation and do a 360 and show people that you can do it, and that you can persist, and that you can get through that adversity. Because all of us go through bad things, all of us experience bad things, but what you choose to do with those bad things is up to you. And that will be your legacy. That will be the story you tell. Because when you get to a point where you have regrets, or you say you never tried something, then you have resentment and you have that pain of what could have been in your heart. But taking that chance and saying that you at least tried, that is something that I can live with. That is something that you should be able to live with. The idea that I tried, that I put myself out there, and no matter what was going on in my life at the time, I did the best that I could. And you know what? It just didn't work out, but I learned from it. And that carried over into this part of my life where I am now. We failed to realize that everything that is happening to us is preparing us for what is to come, for what we are meant to be doing, and the people that we will influence in those moments and in those seconds. Because it's hard. It's hard to see on the other side of that fear, of that adversity. It's hard to realize where we're going to be if we choose to do this. But no matter if it doesn't work out the way you thought it would, it will work out in some way, maybe even better than you could have imagined. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me here on my Friday Finish Lines. Thank you all for your continuous support, and thank you for everyone that continues to follow me on here and just continues to support me along this journey. New and amazing things coming. 2022, I am looking to make some really, really big impacts and saving up money, saving up time, educating myself, and preparing myself for what's to come. And I hope you guys are ready. And I'm wishing you the best always. Hope you had a great end to your week and a great start to your weekend. And remember, you have the choice. You have the choice alone, and you can make that choice in your life. And whatever's holding you back, the answer is right in front of you. And what you have is enough. The people, the things is enough. And if it doesn't feel like it's enough, maybe there's something in you that you need to change, or there's something in your external that needs to change. And like I say, or I will always say, our biggest enemy is ourselves. So helping yourself realize that, taking accountability for things that have happened in your past, in your present, and not overthinking the future is the best way to challenge and the best way to take hold of your present day. And so, join me next week on a new Friday Finish Lines. And yeah, hope you guys are all doing well. And remember, love yourself, and the world will reward you for that. All right, thank you so much.